Allie, I look forward to every time Angela is on screen. What's your
you.
favorite part about playing a character as complex and rich and layered as her at this point in your career?
I mean, it's enthralling, you know, and I'm so honored that Taylor chose me to get to bring this to life. I get to work with such extraordinary actors on this within this cast, and from our DP to our director Stephen Kay, who directed all the episodes. This show is constantly elevating my game and asking me to step up, and so that's something that, you know. It's like challenging the best of ways. The show is not easy, but my God, is it fulfilling? Mm-hmm. And so that's really exciting. And I think that also the fact that, you know, I feel like I'm a woman in my prime right now, and I get to play a character who's incredibly alive in her body, alive in her love, fiery, loves to break the rules. But that Taylor also writes in all these incredibly vulnerable scenes, and you really dig in this season to the dynamics of the family. And really how Tommy and Angela, who are they, if they're going to try to make this go, and how he will, you know, help her when her daughter leaves for college, and the extraordinary pain that she feels from that. So there's just so many colors within the show. And so that's really what excites me the most.
Michelle, Ainsley is just as every bit of force as Angela is. You know, what can you tease about her journey?
We meet Ainsley when she's 17. And so I find it so fulfilling as an actress to play a character that has so much room to grow. And she's still figuring out who she is in this world, and she's realizing her independence and attention and navigating her identity and what kind of person she wants to be. And I think I am just as excited as the audience to figure out where that goes. But this season, going off to college, I think we'll get to see her navigating what it's like to be on her own. And I think that she's surprising me all the time because, again, she is growing. These are her most formative years. And so I'm also growing with her in ways.
I am obsessed with Tommy's contact photo for Angela on his phone.
That photo and his ringtone.
Why do you think he hasn't changed it yet?
Hey, baby.
My God, it was so fun. Hi, Daddy.
It's hysterical. Like Taylor, I had no idea that was going to be on there. It's a screenshot, right? It's a screen grab. And it obviously makes Taylor laugh. So he keeps it in there. I mean, he's told me enough times that when he's writing for my character or scenes with us together, he honestly is cracking himself up as he's writing these scenes. And so I feel like that's why. I mean, if Taylor finds it funny, usually the audience does too.
Now that Tommy's the president of MTech, how does that affect his relationship with Angela?
Well, I think that she wants him to step into his shoes. And I think that she's pushing him in that way in his career. And she's pushing him also to step into that way within his family. You know, when there's a loss in our family, and Angela wants him to, you know, really put his family first and step up. You really start to explore that this year. And I think that, you know, with her daughter going to, you know, TCU, Mama's coming to Fort Worth. She's not letting go easy. So I think that we'll see how that transpires if we're lucky enough to do a third season and kind of dig into, you know, what it will look like as, you know, this family kind of, you know, I guess Tommy and Angela come back together, but the kids are living their own lives.
Michelle, are there any updates you can share about 1944? And if Elizabeth's story continues, what would you like to see?
I mean, I'd love to see how she is after all that happened. I mean, she left so abruptly that I almost am like, does she go back to the city? Does she end up staying in Montana? I don't know anything about 1944, but I do know that if I could, I would love to be on it.